Hey there, guitarists. Today we're going to compare 8 guitar picks, and we're going to talk about what difference does the pick make in your tone based on this here experiment right now. We're going to start with the thinnest pick that I could find in my collection. This is a ChromaCast light pick. I don't know how thick it is, but it is floppy and thin. So let's listen. So as you can see, it's very bright and very clicky. And if I do some muted stuff, very percussive. So on its own, it doesn't sound that great, but in a mix, there are times when that sound can actually be really good. It can be really, it can kind of cut through and give a percussive sound if you got a busy mix with other instruments. So don't write this guy off. Okay, I'm gonna step up to a pick I like here. This is called a Gibson Medium. I don't know how thick it is. It's pretty thin for a medium pick, but let's hear the difference. Still fairly clicky. Quite a bit more body though. Still some articulation. By the way, this one I think is like a Delrin or Tortexy type material. This first one, I should have said it's a perloid stuff acetate or something. Okay, let's step up to this one I think is thicker. This is a Dunlop Max Grip 93 nylon, medium nylon. So you can hear it's a little less clicky. The clicks are a little less biting or whatever. Okay, this one here is a Dunlop Tortex, which is a proprietary Delrin material that Dunlop makes. It's very popular. Medium 71 or 73 or something. Slightly less clicky than nylon, despite being maybe a touch thinner. Stepping up to one that I really like here. This is the Dunlop Prime Grip 71. It's a Delrin material that has a grippy thing, much like the Max Grip nylon does. Let's compare though. Less clicky, very balanced. Okay, this one here is a Dunlop, what do you call these things? It's a Jazz 3 and a .73. Sounds pretty indistinguishable from the last one, but the feel is very different because it's so tiny and has this pointy tip. These allow you to play with a little more precision because they're so tiny, but they take some getting used to. And they'll be slower because you have to physically move your hand a little bit more. I'm actually surprised how much I like this one on this guitar. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's step up to the Dunlop Prime Grip 96. This is a thick pick, but by no means the thickest pick on the block. Let's hear how it sounds. Actually sounds pretty good. I mean, this is a little thicker pick than I would think of myself as using, but no complaints. Let's compare it to the first one though, the thinnest one, the ChromaCast pick. Now let's go back to this one. Definitely rounder. Okay, this is the thickest one I have handy here. This is a Dunlop Jazz 3 Max Grip nylon. So the other, this one here, also the funny Jazz 3 shape. This one here is Tortex or something, and this one here is nylon. So nylon is normally a clicky material, but once you get this thick, it no longer has the clickiness to it. Let's hear. This is the one pick in this collection that I think on the acoustic guitar sounds absolutely awful. It just sounds muddy and overdriven, no articulation, just tubby and... yeah, just woolly and awful. But, this pick actually sounds really good on bass. I like on bass. It's very precise and nice and hard. Gets a nice round tone out of your bass strings. Okay, listen to that arpeggio. Even if I pick down by the bridge here, there's just no attack to it. Let's compare that to the thinnest one here. These are two extremes that I don't really like, but I definitely prefer this extreme here of the thinner one. Or wait, this wasn't even the thinner one. I like the sound of that one. Let's go back to this one here. This one would be much thinner. Yeah. But that one has kind of an airy, clicky thing that's kind of cool in the right context. I do feel like these are a little hard to control. They're just kind of light and floppy. I'd also say that this one, just because it's so small and fairly light, takes some getting used to. But yeah, of all of these, I would say that my favorite is probably this one here. The Dunlop Delrin Prime Grip 500 in a 71 gauge. But, surprisingly, the thicker step up from that sounds pretty great. This Gibson Medium, it's a mysterious pick. Don't know much about it, but I've always liked these. I will say though that, you know, this one and the Tortex one here too, they don't have any grippy stuff to them. Neither does this Jazz 3 one here, and that's fine. But then once you get used to like these ones here, you really appreciate them. By the way, they make a kind called Gator Grips that has this powdery stuff on them, and they also make one called Oltex or something that has a rhino on it. I don't like either one of those because the grippy powdery stuff rubs off and then you're just stuck with a slippery pick. But this Delrin 500 series here, much like the nylon, it's molded into the pick so it doesn't wear off, and it's really cool. So, yeah, the sound of a pick makes a huge difference. Also, another thing to remember, where you pick. Compare this to this. That's with the medium. And if I do like even the lightest one here, let's hear what difference it makes here. And what about the heaviest one? What kind of difference does it make when you play with the heavy one? This one sounds awful everywhere. And I swear, this pick here, as worthless as it sounds on this guitar, try it on bass. I love it on bass. Blech. Yeah. This nylon one again. Yeah, nothing wrong with that one. So, yeah. There we go, my favorite. Okay, rock and roll.